everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. This is my channel where I like to talk all things fragrance and beauty. I wanted to get this video out sooner, but I have unfortunately been struggling with the migraine for the past couple days. So I wanted to make this video though, so I didn't get it posted and it's too late. The Sephora VIB sale is starting. I believe it started on Friday for those in the upper echelon. They get the 20% off, but Saks Fifth Avenue is also having their spend $200 and up and get their $50 off, and it goes up from there, the discount that you get depending on how much you spend. So I wanted to make sure that I branched out and covered not only just the products that are sold at Sephora, but also the ones at Saks and Neiman's as well. With Mother's Day coming up, I'm assuming there's going to be some good sales with both Neiman's and Saks. So when I was looking at what products I wanted to use for this video, I realized most of them were my must-haves, and I had been thinking about making a video of, you know, my best finds for March or my best finds yet this year, and realized the ones that I'd picked for those are also what I'm going to recommend in this. So just consider everything I mentioned in this video today either part of my arsenal of must-have items or ones that I would consider best buys or best purchases that I have made really since I started this channel, which was November of last year. So let's get started. First thing I always do, of course, is wash my face. Fresh Soy Facial Cleanser. It's a nice gel basic cleanser. I use Hydro Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel I've been using lately by Neutrogena, which you can't buy at either Saks, Neiman's, or Sephora. It's a drugstore buy. But if you can see, I suffer from a lot of allergies and highly sensitive skin, very allergy prone, so I have to be extremely careful what products I use. I recently started using, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but niacinamide product, which I was super excited about because that's like the a trending ingredient lately. It's supposed to be hydrating and anti-aging and antioxidant and all those wonderful things that you really want in a facial product, and I got a rash from it. So I was hoping it wasn't that product, so I waited a few days and then tried it again, but unfortunately it was, so I had to ship that one back, and now I'm going to have to look for that as an ingredient in the products I use. But moving on. So then after I cleanse my face, I have been using this, I can't even tell you how many years, but Amore Pacific Moisture Bound Skin Energy Hydration Delivery System. It has the most wondrous scent ever. It's soothing, it's calming, it's refreshing. I love to use this not only as after I cleanse my face, but even after I put my foundation on to keep kind of a dewy look, or even throughout the day if I feel like I need a burst of hydration. One of my all-time favorite products. Another one that I have been using lately is the Fresh Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence, which is really nice. It's again got all those antioxidants that you need. It's going to be anti-pollution, it soothes and it boosts luminosity. A good product for if you're worried about blue light. Another everyday item for me, Lemares Treatment Lotion. I have had a lot of luck with Lumiere in terms of it not bothering my allergies. I think it doesn't have a lot of scent and it's got a lot of soothing ingredients. It is mega expensive, but when you're allergy prone, you kind of take your wins with your losses. Again, that was Lemares Treatment Lotion. I also have been using SkinCeuticals Multifunctional Serum to help amplify skin's hyaluronic acid levels. It's HA Intensifier. It's a hyaluronic acid. It's going to boost that hydration. Didn't get very much there, huh? Just give my skin that boost of hydration. I'm putting this all on purely for you guys, so I'm probably not putting on as much as I normally would have. I just wanted to really make this video for y'all before it's too late. Then I've been using Lemares Renewal Oil. Again, a fabulous product. It just kind of gives my skin that added boost of hydration. I tend to use this more at night. This is a great product to use too if you use a facial massager. So like if you use a guangsha stone, a jade roller, an amethyst roller, pink quartz roller, the vibrating massage tools that are all the rage right now, any of those things, great product to use. I personally also use some of those massagers. It's great for, I feel it helps to boost the circulation in the skin, and it's going to help the renewal process. So, you know, anything that can possibly keep me from aging, I'm all for. Then a new friend of mine from my Instagram channel actually sent me this Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Eye Cream, which I've been using and thoroughly enjoying. Thank you so much. Again, with your eye cream, you really only want to use, I mean, it makes sense to lather it on, especially if you have drier under eyes, but you really only want like the amount of a pinhead. If you get too much, the skin under your eyes is the thinnest layer on your entire body. So you want to be super extra gentle with this area. You want to use your forefinger, tap, 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 along your brow bone. If you get excess, that's when you start to get that, those teeny tiny little bumps that look like flathead pimples. They're actually called milia. A lot of times you can get those from product. They're also a buildup of dead skin cells. Or they can be keratosis. It's so smooth and hydrating. It really is a luxe product. It is a Caviar of eye creams. So again, that was Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Eye Cream. In terms of other facial products, before I go on, that I'd recommend, the Sweet Biome Fermented Sake Spray by Drunk Elephant has also been really great. It's also a great antioxidant spray for if you're worried about the effects of pollution or blue light or any of those free radical causing agents. Another by Drunk Elephant that I love and would highly recommend is this TLC Sukari Baby Facial. It does sting a little bit, not gonna lie to you, but I feel like it really does the job well of exfoliating, especially if you're worried about aging. I did talk about this product in my best masks video, which I'm gonna link. Check that out if you want information. More information on this, the Drunk Elephant fermented spray in my blue light video, so if you want more information on that one, check out that video. I'll link those in this. With that exfoliator, you do want to follow it up with an oil. So again, either use the Drunk Elephant oil that it accompanies it. Oil by Lumiere is also a wonderful follow-up treatment. On that same topic of treatments, both the Fresh Black Tea Overnight Mask and the Fresh Black Tea Firming Mask, I have really enjoyed. The black tea, what's it called? Can't find it right now. I'll link it, but it is the 3 to 5 minute black tea mask. It does sting the skin a bit too, but again, I really do feel tightening after I use it, and I really feel like it does a good job. The black tea firming overnight mask, I talked about in another video all its own. I will link that. But from the first time I used this, I was so impressed. I woke up and I felt like I looked, I mean, I'm not going to exaggerate, but maybe a year or two younger. I really felt like it had a good effect on my skin. Going forward, every time I use it, it doesn't have that effect on me, I won't say. But hey, if I can get that every once in a while, I'll take it. Sorry, I get so excited talking about products. I don't know why. I guess if you're watching this, you're as passionate about them as I am, so you get this, but it's like, I don't know, it gets me jazzed up like Christmas morning. Hair products, I made its own video for hair products I'd recommend. Body products I made another video for, so you can watch those if you want more information on those products. I will say, if you're looking for a facial self-tanner, I've really enjoyed this one. It's a Saint-Tropez Self-Tan Purity Bronzing Water Face Mist. It doesn't give you a ton of coverage, but I haven't really had that much problem with the application. I will say you want to make sure that you get a bottle that has a good mist. If it's the kind that, you know, kind of squirts when it applies, you're not going to get the great application. Next product, if you're looking for, before I move on to makeup, if you're looking for a good lash serum to help your lashes grow longer, Grand Lash, I've had a lot of success with. This one kind of seems to be curving funky lately, but I really have been happy with the amount of growth that I've gotten. So if you're willing to risk it, give Grand Lash a try. I also read that a lot of lash amplifiers, there's 3 different ones that have kind of toxic ingredients in them, so they're a little bit more risky to use. Grand Lash, however, is a more water-based serum, so it doesn't contain any of those more questionable ingredients that others are said to have. Oh my gosh, so I just realized I never put my moisturizer on, obviously, or maybe not obviously, but as I've talked about. So the moisturizer I use and I'm loyal to, Mer Moisturizing Soft Cream. It's not as thick as the original. However, it's not as light as the lotion. It's a great in-between. Glass bottle. Which helps to maintain the efficacy of the product. Always use your spatula because you don't want to get bacteria. Get about that much. And then you press it into the skin. If you do rub, you always want to go up. Oops. All right, now I'm ready to get started with my makeup. Loving the Luminous Silk by Armani as a hydrating primer. Again, I'm not going anywhere. I'm purely putting this on for this video, so I'm not using the amount that I normally would. Not going to put on, but Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury I've also been impressed with. You can apply it before and after you apply your makeup to just set it in place so that it lasts longer throughout the day. Next, for foundation, I either use Crema Nuda by Armani in shade 4, or I've been using the Vita Lumiere Aqua by Chanel in shade 32, which is Beige Rose. Another kind of must-have item for me, so if you don't own this, I'd recommend getting it, but the Dior's Lip Glow Oil or the Dior Addict Color Reviving Balm, either one of those is fantastic. The neat thing about them too is you can double them up, so if you use the balm and then put the oil on top, you'll get a nice sheen. The other thing you could do is put the balm on and then follow up with the Lip Maximizer to give it that extra boost. But a lot of them come in coordinating shades, so you can kind of get a whole system depending on what color you're looking for. I'll put this on now so you can kind of see the color. This is just the basic 001 Baby Pink. Again, by all means, do not feel like you need to buy all of these products or really any of these products. I watch all these videos and I see all these women using all these great products and they're all like, oh, this is so wonderful, it's a must-have and all of this, and you feel this pressure kind of, or maybe just this, oh my gosh, I need it too, I want it. kind of conspicuous consumption type deal, but you know, we're all in a really awkward time right now with COVID, and with COVID kind of hopefully receding a bit. But I mean, personally, obviously, for me, it's been a pick-me-up or retail therapy, or whatever you want to call it, to be buying products and the excitement of getting something new, and you know, and especially like with these sales, this Sephora sale or Neiman Marcus's sale or Saks, I would not buy these products without kind of those sale incentives. It's hard to be able to afford everything that you want. Trust me, I know. All right, so then I'm going to use my eye primer. I like to wait to do my concealer in case I have droppage. I'm using Fenty Beauty Invisipink, their Pro Filter Eye Primer. Alright, so going to go in and do my eyeshadow now. I will say I've been really taken with the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. However, a lot of times on the Pat McGrath site you can get 25 or 30% off as opposed to the 20% off at Sephora. So I would wait on that one. My favorite palette that I have gotten so far, that I've gotten recently, I'll say, is the Tom Ford Nude Dip palette. It's just a basic neutral, but I think that's why I like it. It's just a great go-to every day. Now, I will preface this by saying I used to be a total kind of loyalist to Chanel when it comes to eyeshadow. I might dabble in YSL every once in a while, Chantecaille, Dior every so often, but primarily Chanel. Tom Ford is a definite contender with Chanel. The application is just so buttery and so smooth. You get so much pigment with such minimal amount of product, but then, and the pigment is just to die for it, like Nude Dip. I'll swatch it on my fingers for you. I actually tried with my arm, didn't go so hot. But they really, I mean, they're just beautiful. I'm gonna use a basic flat brush. The darker shade here, my contour brush, which is by NARS 12. Type shade. Again, I'm just doing a quick daytime look. Very tight line, my Stila brush number 4. Little hint too for those of you who are starting to experience the signs of aging. Eye wrinkles or hooded type eyelids. You want to do your wing, if you do a wing, looking straight ahead so that it's going to go over those creases. And don't go straight out, because that's, you always want to go up to pull your face up. So you want to go up towards this end of your eyebrow. So I start about right there. I follow along my eye and I kind of go towards that line. And then I go to the end of my eye and kind of connect. If you wanted to make this a little tighter too, you could use a black pencil and then go over it with the powder. My sponge and my concealer, I'm using Pat McGrath Labs. Again, sorry, I've had a migraine. My eyebrows are unkempt, forgive me. Anyway, this is Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. I use L3. Is YSL's Touch a Clot High Cover Radiant Concealer, and in this one I use 0.75 sugar. My headache's really coming back, so I might cut this a little short here. Gotta stay on top of migraines with Tylenol every 4 to 6 hours. I tell you, I hate it. One I would definitely recommend getting if you don't have one is a blending brush. That is going to go in with your eyeshadow and get rid of any lines of demarcation and just kind of blend it all out. So it's nice and smooth. It's my all-time favorite brush, so definitely would recommend a blending brush no matter what brand you so choose to go with. The next brush that I did want to make sure that I recommended was the Huda Beauty Face Bacon Blend. I was never a bacon blender in terms of my concealer. I think I was too old when that rage started. I was never a really big powder person anyway, but it smooths out your concealer like no other. It is so impressive. It's not super bristle. You can get a tight line under your eyeliner. The nice thing, if you can see how it curves, so you can get right up into the edge of your eye there. I have been super, super impressed with this brush. If I did want to set this, I always use Chantecaille's loose powder in Ray or Laura Mercier's loose powder in translucent. Both of those are very finely milled, so you get a nice smooth finish. In with my Chantecaille. You can kind of see the difference. All right, so again, hero product. I never used contour until November of last year. I got, at the last Sephora sale, the Tom Ford Intensity 1 Shade and Illuminate. Game changer. Love this. I've never sculpted my face, and ever since then, I've kind of become an addict. So you want to go up into the hollow of your face there. You also want to make sure you go all the way back to your ear and like the hollow of your eye here and kind of round around. The difference between contour and bronzer is going to hit you. You want to put where the sun would hit your face to kind of give it the illusion of a sun-kissed face. Contour, you're literally sculpting your face. So you're enunciating those facial angles. Blushes would be a tough call between the Spring de Printemps by Chanel, which was the double-sided blush and highlighter, and then Tom Ford's 2 Love Lust, which is what I'm going to wear today. I actually use the NYX Professional Makeup 02 for blush brush. So those are my 2 favorite blushes that I would recommend right now. If I was gonna do, I'm not gonna put a bronzer on. Like I said, my headache's really getting bad again. So, but I have been loving Eclat Soleil bronzer by Gucci. It is super pigmented, so know that. Beautiful color. Loving that. Again, little goes a long way. Brace yourself for that. In terms of a highlighter, I really liked Chanel's as well. I'm going to use Natasha Denona's Love Cheek Duo though. Isn't that cool? Just think that's so pretty. But anyway, it was a highlighter and cream blush duo. I'm going to use my Sigma strobing fan brush. Again, that contour palette by Tom Ford also has, that gives you more of a wet look though, I found. Then I'm going to go back in with my Sonia G Smudge One and that khaki color I mentioned earlier. I like to then go in with my Kevyn Aucoin blending brush. Again, just like the eyes, kind of blends it all together, especially if you had on bronzer. I'm going to use my Tom Ford Espresso Fiber Brow Gel. Personally, I watched the Charlotte Tilbury eyebrow tutorial the other day, and she recommended a product by their line that's supposed to be more of a definer. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it down in the detail section of this video, as well as the lady who taught the tutorial. I now follow her on Instagram. She's a pretty cool girl. I'm gonna go my Dior Maximizer. Again, always if I use a Maximizer, this is kind of my go-to. I recently tried the Grand Lash, which was also nice. I just feel like this gives me a nice even coverage. And then my go-to is always my Armani Eyes to Kill Classico. I will though use the Dior Show Blackout. Awesome mascara if you want to really do up your lashes. So like I'd use this Classico in my standard way. My Armani Black Ecstasy, like I would be using my Dior Blackout. So I just go in, get nice up close and personal here with you. Just go in, and then just the outer tips, just to kind of give it just a little black detail. I only do the top so I don't get like that spider effect with my lashes. It just gives it a nice little something something. Alright, and last but not least is lips. Like I said, I really recommend those Dior Addict Trio, the Maximizer, the Balm, and then the oil. Other than that, actually I think I got this at the last Sephora sale, but the Contour Lip Pencil by Pat McGrath, if you are into contouring your lips. I went with a highlight on mine today instead, but I will put a little shadow on the bottom if you do that, just to thicken your lips a bit. You go from about here to here, just kind of fan it out, kind of blend a bit, either with your finger or a brush. Again, this was Pat McGrath's Labs Contour Lip Pencil. So my favorite lip that I bought recently would probably be my Chanel Coco Club. I also am really excited to get a Coco Bloom. Unfortunately, I can't commit to a color, and being that I can't swatch them in person, I just hate to spend that kind of money and then not enjoy the color, so that's going to have to wait until I can solidify what shade I want to get. So just to finish this look off, I'm going to use Natasha Denona's NP3 Julia. Take a bit of my lip oil off. Follow it up with I Need a Nude 22P Jennifer by Natasha Denona. And then Fenty Beauty Balm Gloss in Fussy. Alright, so there you have it. So that is my basic tutorial. These are my suggestions for picks for the Sephora as well as a Neiman Marcus or Saks sale in the near future. In terms of fragrances would be such a personal choice. It really depends on what kind of scent family you're looking for. If you were looking for, I mean, it's a great opportunity to get a fragrance, because with that 20% off or a $50 discount, my gosh, that'd really help you out with some of those upper price point ones. I'm loving Clive Christian lately. I'm loving Maison Francis Kirk Dijon. Their Gentle Fluidity Gold is phenomenal. Loma La Rose I would get, really even as a female. I also, again with Clive Christian, Crab Apple Blossom, loving, and 1872 is my other recent favorite when it comes to Clive Christian. If you want more information on those, look in my fragrance section. I love fragrance. I've been doing a lot of reviews on some of my favorite scents lately. Byredo, Bal d'Afrique is also wonderful if you like that vetiver, kind of more subdued, softer scent. On my fragrance section, there might be a video or a title that interests you. Make use of that 20% or 15 or 10% or whatever price point bracket you may fall into. Look out for Saks or Neiman's sales coming up, because I would assume with Mother's Day there will be some in the near future. I know Saks has one currently, but I believe it ends today. This is Saturday. So anyway, if you do pick up any of these items, please let me know. I'd love to hear your experience with them, if you enjoyed them as much as I do. Again, my name's Catherine. I would absolutely love it if you would hit the like button. It really helps me and my channel out. Also, if you enjoy the content of my video, I would love if you would join my family and hit subscribe. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, not TikTok that often to be honest, but Instagram I'm on a lot. So if you want to follow me there and keep up with the products I'm trying or the videos that I may have coming up, please do so. Also, if you would hit the notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post new videos. So again, thank you so much for spending your time with me on this video, however much of it you may have watched. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. So thanks. Bye-bye.